Hi and welcome. I am trying to learn Biographyology. Today, Saint Monica. And after we've done that, we're going to do standing leg stretching. And if you participate in the standing leg stretching, then it's werdet ihr Augenblick. Saint Monica's feast day is the 27th August. The symbols in art are girdle and tears. I don't know what a girdle is. Patronage. She's the patronage of mothers, of married women, of disappointed children, of victims of abuse and adultery, and alcoholics and widows. Okay, paintings, for example, by Benozzo Gozzoli, there is Death of Saint Monica, and by Andrea del Verrocchio, Saint Monica, and by Antonio Vivarini, Marriage of Saint Monica. Her profile, she is born in Thagaste, Thajaste, in Algeria. And which is, now when you have Europe, the Mediterranean Sea and Spain, and on the opposite side there's Morocco, and a little bit to the right there is Algeria. Born in Thagaste in Algeria, and long-suffering wife and mother to the wayward young Augustine of Hippo. I don't know what wayward means. And mother to the wayward young Augustine of Hippo. Okay, she was born in Algeria, in the city of Thagaste, and she was a long-suffering wife, and she's the mother of Augustine of Hippo. So I think you get it already. I haven't read it, but we're going to talk about some themes here. Now she's the patronage of mothers, of married women, of disappointed children, victims of abuse and adultery, alcoholics and widows. So, you know, we are going to talk about it. If perseverance and emotional endurance are virtues of sainthood, then Monica was a worthy candidate. Okay. Brought up as a Christian, she married a pagan soldier who was debauched, I don't know what it means, bad-tempered and very probably unfaithful. Okay, she was married to a bad-tempered and probably unfaithful and debauched man. On top of this, he had a drinking problem, and his protective mother lived with them in the house. And she was living now with a bad-tempered and unfaithful and alcoholic husband in the house, and the mother of him was protecting her son. But let's read on, meant something else with it. But Monica's strength of faith in the ultimate goodness of humanity overcome these obstacles, and one by one they subsided. Even her husband converted to Christianity a year before he died. So we're saying here that Saint Monica believed that a human being can change and into the ultimate good, so that a human being in the ultimate end will change to be a good person. That is what she believed in. And also when it's told that her husband converted to Christianity. Widowed at 40, so when her husband died, she had borne 3 children, of whom the eldest was Augustine. She devoted much of her energy to bringing up her children to be Christian. Alas, a tough goal with Augustine who, as a young man, looked on her religion with contempt. I don't know what contempt means, but it's clear from context. Okay, she had 3 children, and she tried to bring them up to be Christians. And that goal was not easy to achieve. Augustine's, his son's, relationship with an unknown woman brought Monica constant grief, but she held on to the encouraging words of an unnamed, the Penguin Dictionary of Saints, to an unnamed local bishop who assured her it is not possible that the son of so many tears should be lost. And she was encouraged for it. Perhaps over-ambitious for her son's success and intent on winning his soul for Christ, Monica pursued him relentlessly from one city to another. Okay, Monica had 3 children, and one of them was Augustine, but he was not living the life after the Christian doctrines, and he had relationships with an unknown woman, and that brought Monica close to grief. Now, and she found encouragement in the words of a local bishop, maybe the Edgewater, who said that it is not possible that the son of so many tears should be lost, which means that if someone is scared or someone's cried, and if someone loves someone so much and hopes for them the good, that person would not in the ultimate end turn to be good. And she was traveling from city to city. I don't really get it now. On one occasion, Augustine is said to have lied about the time his boat departed in order to travel without her. Okay, there is a story told, and where he said his boat will depart out of the sea in an hour, which would make it impossible that he could travel with her from city to city. No, I don't know the story, so I cannot explain now what that means, and I don't know the context now of his traveling from city to city, so I cannot now explain better know what these words here now mean. Explain the story. I can't just say travel from city to city. I cannot just tell what it now, how it worked out, and how it was. Eventually, on the advice of others, Monica gave up arguing with her son and instead turned to prayer and fasts. Okay, I don't know what exactly was happening here, but here is said that she was trying to make him a Christian. I don't know what else happened there. But she was arguing with him, but then she stopped doing that and turned to praying and fasting for her son to become a Christian. But he is not told what maybe is else. In Milan, she became a disciple of a great bishop, Ambrose, who was instrumental in finally bringing about the conversion of his son. So in Milan, that is in the northern part of Italy. And there she became, I still don't really get the word disciple, but it means basically no, I don't want to describe it with any other words. I'm not able to describe it with any appropriate words. Of a Bishop Ambrose. And he then made her son Augustine to be a Christian. With great here's not more told to the context. With great rejoicing, Monica at last felt her mission completed. Augustine wrote in his confessions, okay, these confessions seem to be something important written. So he had written a book or whatever with the title Confessions, that on their return to Africa, while waiting at the port in Ostia at Rome, they were joined in blissful spiritual union. Okay, he was then writing that he Let's read what is here quoted before actually taking these words, which are again written by something else about someone else. Now this book is written by someone else. So we went then from Milan to Rome, which is 500 kilometers more south, and there in the port in Ostia, we waited to return then to Algeria and Africa. And there he was writing a part of Confessions of his book or whatever. And there he wrote about her. He recorded some of her last words. Son, nothing in this life now gives me any pleasure. I do not know why I am still here, since I have no further hopes in this world. I did have one reason for wanting to live a little longer, to see you become a Catholic Christian before I died. God has lavished his gifts on me in that respect. For I know that you have even renounced earthly happiness to be his servant. So what am I doing here? So basically, he is quoting her and expressing that she basically says that she has the opinion, she has the what is the word for it? The conviction. I'm not able to formulate it properly. That she believes that she did the most purposeful thing in her life, and that was making him a Christian, a Catholic Christian. And 5 days later, when she died from a fever. Now, above a painting by A. Scheffer of Saint Monica and Saint Augustine depicts the closeness of this mother-son relationship, which endured despite their differences. Let's take just the information written here. Okay, we read through that, and now we have all the information in this book together. We don't really understand what now the whole story is, or what is maybe meant with some words in here, but we have information here. In the next part, we're going to come back, go on for the informations, and try then making an informational video about the things, just the facts written here about Saint Monica and also Saint Augustine. That means, if you are here for Biographyology, you can go directly to the next part of Biographyology. If you stay here and participate in the whatever, some type of fitness, wenn es wäre die honors. Standing leg stretching. If you stay and participate in the standing leg stretching, then it's what the honors. We're bringing one leg up, the mushroom. We're pulling the leg up and pointing the toes down. And now, the greeting mushroom. Bring the toes up and down. Off foot up. And now, the walrus's morning stretch. Circle the foot, or the waving mushroom. Other leg up. Pull the leg up, toes down. Stretch the leg. And now, toes again up. The greeting mushroom. And the walrus's morning stretch. Circle the foot. And now the crane. Take the leg at the ankle. Make a straight back and point of the knee down to the ground. Other leg. Straight back and point of the knee down to the ground. And now the chain stop. Go over to one side or chain off. The toes are pointing forward and stretching the inner side of the leg. And to the other side. And now the garden gnome. Heel onto the ground and pull the toes in. And now move the leg from left to right. Upper heel onto the ground, pull the toes in, and move the leg from left to right. And now the Niagara Falls. Legs wide apart, breathe in, and out, and we're going down. Down, try to come down. This is a leg stretch, not a back stretch. So just keep peacefully hanging down. Breathe it in, and out. Again in, and out over to one leg. Breathe it in, and out over to the other side. Breathe again in, out into the middle. And now we're doing a sun, so angelo form. Breathe again in, and out. Breathe again in, and out comes slowly with a round back up and make it top backwards, shoulder round. And we have one or two more exercises. So feet are staying together, we're breathing in. And out, chin down onto the chest, and we're rolling slowly down. Breathe in and bend the right leg. And breathe out and stretch the left leg. The marmot. Breathe in and change. And out and stretch the right leg. In and change. Out, stretch the left leg. In and change. And out the right leg. Into the middle. And out, both legs straight. And now the penguin. Breathe in and lift the right hand up to the sky. And breathe out and bend the left knee and look over the right hand to the right shoulder to the right hand. In and down. Out and down. Breathe and lift the left hand up. Breathe out, bend the right knee and look over the left shoulder to the left hand. In and down with the hand. Out and down. Breathe in. And out round slowly again. And let's do a garden pose. Toes are pointing to the outside, having an inner left space between the heels. Breathe into the arms up. And breathe out, come down. Elbows against the inside of knees. Breathe in and straighten up. And breathe out and come with the back up. Breathe again in. Out and back. Breathe and straighten up. And out come slowly in one straight line upwards. Okay, next up. Now, stand good on one leg, the seahorse pose. Bring the heel of a normal leg and off the knee of a standing leg. Do this only if you can do it without to injure yourself. Breathe in, and out and sit down. Again, change the leg, Only if you can do it without injuring yourself, breathe in and out and down. In and up. Legs wide apart, breathe in and out. And out. Again in. Close the legs. Bring the hands together and lower them down. Right, also standing legs stretching. I thank you very much and until next time.